So what's up, guys? I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of what I've been doing. Sorry I didn't film the assembly of the stuff, explained in other clips. So this is a quick mumbling and ranting and raving of what I've been doing lately with this, other than waiting for delivery. So I will cut to a video showing the messed up other parts. So here we go. So as you see, those are the cross pins. There's two of these little goofy tic-tac bullet looking things that go here and one in here. So when the selector fork goes up and down, depending which gear you're pulling, will lock out the other gear. Because as I showed you in the other video, these two, when I go into second, it could engage fourth at the same time and lock the transmission up solid. So, as you see, those bores look nice. Flip it around, you can see the second gear one, I jacked up severely. It is all busted up. So that was what was hanging up my second gear. Was me taking a very big hammer, trying to knock the rod up, not realizing that it was slightly locked, because either third, fourth, or reverse, because there is a reverse lockout pin as well, jacked it up. So this is the new gear housing I got from Weddle. They told me it already came with the caps, but it didn't come with caps. So I made some caps and JB welded them in. I did the same thing on this one when I drilled it out, and it didn't leak, and it was actually a vacuum cap and some JB weld, but the caps are cheap enough. But I want to get this thing together, so I was setting up reverse gear. I had to adjust the depth here a little because this was bouncing off of a, is that 4, 3? It's bouncing off of third gear, or is that first gear? First or second gear. Either way, it was grinding on it, so had to adjust the depth, which kind of sucks because you got to pull the second gear rod all the way out to get this off, to slide this out of the way, to unscrew this, and so on and so forth. So spinning it, second gear doesn't rub, or second gear, the gear is not grinding and rubbing anymore. Like I said, I've been throwing a tack weld on this, just a little one, so I can grind it off if I need to, which I've done one too many times. This one actually has this like soft aluminum sleeve washer that actually had a little tab. The other one broke off. That dips into it, and see, it's pretty soft, so it molds to the shape and doesn't let it off. And I'm using this Kawasaki Pep Boy Special 300 plus torque pound electric impact gun to get this shit off, and yeah, it was giving me a hard time. So this is a refurb one. This is a late model one. Late model one's got these cool grooves. Early ones are smooth. They did have a newer aluminum one for like 10 or 15 bucks more, but you know, they put new bushings in it and everything seemed nice. I did get a new one of these pellets. This is the one I jacked up. And I welded that tip and massaged it. And I thought it was hanging me up, and turned out to be, you know, the fact that the bore, this thing would actually go sideways and get stuck and not let me engage second. So I put the second gear synchro that looked pretty good in the first gear slot because it's a little beefier, and I know it worked because I was able to go from like fourth or third into first, so also that synchro is working pretty good. So yeah, that's the update. I'm still putting it together with what time I got between all the birthday parties and stuff. What else is going on? Like I said, this is the old case. You know, I matched its serial number to their list, and that's the same part. So, yeah, you kind of see where stuff was wearing a little weird, so that's when that bolt came undone. I guess that's fourth. Fourth was kind of grinding at it. But on that, it's coming along. I have all the pieces I need. This is pretty much assembled. Gotta put the second gear, first gear, second gear steel shift fork back in because I was adjusting the reverse as mentioned, and you can't do it with this in here. So yeah, that's my goofy jig. I got all the other parts pretty much ready to go. Now there's the case. Feel bad because I just painted it. Axle tubes are de-siliconed because I'm not using paper gaskets. If I was using paper gaskets, I'd probably be able to buy another transmission as much as I've taken this thing apart. But yeah, razor blade, wire wheel. You know, clean the surface off nice and good. Did that to the transmission, surfaces, and yeah, just a matter of getting the second gear selector fork in, adjusting that. I did put little marks where it did work. I believe I did the same thing for third, fourth. I will double check to, you know, if I tighten the nuts or not. What else is going on? The other video you saw I had the Rancho heavy duty what you gonna call it, hockey puck, you know, with the extra webbing on there, so this should not flex. We'll see. And now what else is new? New second gear synchro. Decided to opt out on running the new first gear synchro. I'm not going to use the studs. I'm going to reuse the bolts because it's just easier to put the hockey puck on, and it didn't come with nuts. And at like 30-40 cents a nut times 7, call me cheap or whatever. That in the Home Depot didn't have any, so I bought the bolt I needed because this one stripped out the old hole. Come on, focus. Focus, focus. Anyways, there we go. And there's aluminum stuck in it. So that was my update. Sorry I didn't show the assembly of the forks going in. It's nothing that special. You just gotta, you know, pick a side to start with. I believe I started with reverse, so you put your spring in, you put your ball in. Like I said, I had that big bolt to actually, since these holes were open, I just used a 3/8 extension, where the hell that went, and used that to push the nut down, or nut, the detent ball, and just push the rod in. Then I put the little tic tac that, you know, goes in between here, spring, detent ball, you know, slid that one in, tic tac in, and they have to be in their neutral spots or the tic tac will stick out and you won't be able to get your shift fork in, and then you'll damage shit like I did. Learning curve, you know, I guess education is not free because, yeah, this was a $100 boo-boo. But, hey, gotta learn something, and then you guys gotta learn something. What else? So, spring, detent ball, tic-tac, spring, detent ball, tic-tac, spring, detent ball. Pushed it in. And yeah, there we go. I mean, if I had second gear hooked in, I would show you how smooth it is, but maybe in the next video. But just want to give you guys an update of what I've been up to. You know, I ended up ordering this late Monday. They didn't send it out Tuesday because they were still coming back from some big off-road show. They build some gnarly off-road transmissions and whatnot. What else? So mumbling and mumbling. So once again, since I did not change the ring and pinion, I do not have to check the backlash as far as I know. Everything should still be the same because it's all down here and really nothing to do up here. If I was building this from scratch, yeah, you got to figure out your backlash with the yellow grease or paint or whatever that is. If you're going to do one from scratch, when I talked to Weddle, I was looking at their aluminum cases, which I think it was like under 500 bucks for, you know, aluminum case. And which side's up on this? So this upper spine here is huge on their aluminum case. They don't have any extra meat down here, but it's aluminum case, not magnesium case. So when you see the Rancho cases that are magnesium, they weld on the extra. Well, that's that. I believe the aluminum case is Rancho's as well, but Weddle's selling it. So yeah, if I end up cracking this thing in half, as this one's cut in half, like the K20 Turbo Bug did a couple years ago, yeah, maybe aluminum case. I mean, it's still under Subaru money all at once. Thanks for watching. I will make another video when this is done. I'll spin it up showing you the smoother gear selection and whatnot. It should be pretty nice, you know, since these are brand new bushings, not worn out after 5 years of, you know, shifting without lifting. And yeah, subscribe, like, share. Thanks for the comments, guys. Got any questions? Yeah, I'm gathering more and more spare parts as this project goes on. But yeah, till next time.